because I'm a Breloom, and all that other stuff. Ooh, if you get the Ancient Power boost and I don't get a crit, that's awesome. That's not good. If you literally go down to this, I'm gonna be really like upset because you should have high physical defense. Please. Okay, so here's the card, by the way. Giotti, Moag Ancient. It looks so freaking cool. As soon as I saw it, it immediately, like, I thought of Regirock. I immediately thought of Regirock, even though I know for a fact it's got water, which is not really for Regirock. It fits it, right? So when it enters a battlefield, create a 1/1 green forest Dryad and creature token. For each time you've cast your commander from the command zone in this game. Ooh, so it's a commander card. That's interesting. At the beginning of each combat, land creatures you control get XX until end of turn, where X is Giotti's power. So they only get 2? That doesn't sound very, like, powerful, though. Like, that sounds very... Maybe there's a commander that takes full advantage of this, and I just don't know it, but, like, that just seems very weak to me. I don't know. This seems very... meh. But the art looks pretty cool, though. There's probably way better arts out there for, you know, like, a rock-based elemental. I know there's a lot of fire ones. I considered all the fire ones for, like, if there's something like that's like fire based, but yeah. Okay. Pokeball again, come on. Please, you're at red. You're like in the perfect range. I swear, if this entire session is just us going through the 3 Regis, I'm going to freak. Because we have an even tougher legendary next. Like, pretty much. And then it's the, then it's the others, right? So it's like we still have to do the trick house. We still have to do the trick house. We have to do the boat thing, and then we have to repair the other thing, I think. Yeah, we have to repair, like we have to do a whole bunch of other side stuff. I might just split this off into 2 if the Regis are just being jerks, which it does look like they like to be. So. Okay, after this one, if it breaks out, I'm gonna go speed up. I'm just gonna go speed it up. I've already gone through the hassle of catching all the Regis before on camera, I think multiple times. I think it was multiple times. I feel like I did. I feel like I did for the Crown Tundra, which was the first, I think, main series Pokemon game on the channel, which is me going through the Crown Tundra DLC. And I think for Scarlet Violet was the second one. That was a lot of fun, though. I think you can get the Regis on there. I like vaguely remember catching a Regi on there. That was a lot of fun just prepping that. Like, I was just like I was just surprised at the fact that, like, it's also kind of weird, and I wish that they would have done a better job at why I say that, but they should have done, like, at least a little bit of more research on how often people are going to have friends kind of thing to do it, because I find though that like all of the quests kind of thing, like sure they're easy to do and like you get better rewards if you're with friends. But that's the problem though. Like maybe like, you know, you have friends that don't play Pokemon, or maybe you have like, you know, people that don't like, you know, want to have a Pokemon game on their Switch. You know, who like whatever, right? Because like I have a mixed bag of friends that play Pokemon and don't play Pokemon. And it's always so strange to me because Pokemon is like the best, is like the most like recognized brand out there, or franchise that's out there, but yet half of the friends that I have don't even like play Pokemon. And it's like, how do you not play Pokemon, right? Although now I'm really considering just stopping all main series Pokemon stuff. So I'm going to talk about this because it does relate to the channel. So it's not like I'm going, well, I am going a little off topic, but it has to do with Pokemon too, so it's kind of on topic. So if you are not aware of this, I do a playthrough of Palworld. It's one of the series that I do. It only has one slot in a 6-day period. So it's not like it's as common as Pokemon. Pokemon, the reason why it has 2 of the 6 slots is because I gotta go through like I have to go through like from like if I were to finish, let's say Generation 3 now, I still gotta go through 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Like I still got generations to go through, so it's like I'm trying to do it as fast as possible. So you can see me rushing to finish it. So while yes, I am rushing to finish it, I am not trying to like can you just like stay in this Pokeball, please? Come on, we got you in the perfect range. Anyway, so right now there's a whole big stink about Palworld and pretty much with Pokemon, where they are removing features from Palworld because it correlates with Pokemon. And, well, I don't want to go too much into detail of this. Never mind. So, while I don't want to go too much into details about this, pretty much I think it's just a big, giant thing. Similar to how I feel about how the main character in Nehru at Fate's Edge is at the end of the game. Or they're just being a big crybaby about it. That's my personal opinion. Where Palworld like shocked the whole world by doing the creature capture system a lot better than Pokemon has done in years. And their response to it is, instead of taking pointers from what made Palworld like surge that like sort of thing to drive their own competitive nature, saying like, hey, this indie company has taken what we've been doing for years and has done it better. So what can we do that makes it better? No, let's take them down. Like, that's not a good competitive, like, that's not a good move at all. Like, that's not a good, like, corporation move. That's just being petty. Like, hey, we don't want competition, we're taking it down. Like I can see, like, don't get me wrong, I can see the point of them taking down fan games, because technically we like the fan games are not licensed, they're not endorsed by Nintendo or Game Freak or whoever kind of thing. Like, I can see why they're taking those specific like series down. Like I can like those games down. Like, is it sad though that a person took, like, I'm talking about Uranium right now. Like, is it terrible that they took down a person's pet project for 9 years down in the first week because like it took headlines? Sure. That's sad. I wish it didn't happen that way, but it did, right? And while you still can get it online kind of thing, you gotta find it in the weird spots kind of thing. That's why for my... I did a weird thing. That was my bad. I hate how it moves to fight instead of back to bag like it does in the modern games. But yeah, but back on to the main topic at hand though, like instead of being a good sport about it and learning from like what made Palworld so successful kind of thing, mind you, Palworld has performance issues and has that annoying claw machine that you can't mute the noise, but it's still a good game nonetheless. Like it still has great updates. And then meanwhile, every time I look at the patch notes nowadays, it's like, oh, we're removing features due to this ongoing issue with Nintendo and Game Freak and stuff like that. It's like, okay, what the heck is going on here? Seriously, you get a crit now? Okay, whatever. I mean... But yeah, but like hearing about all this is like, it's making me more frustrated than anything else, and it's making me feel like I don't want to play the new Pokemon game. I don't want to buy the Nintendo Switch 2. Like, I don't want to buy this stuff anymore. Like, if this is how they treat with a friendly competitive thing, what are they going to do when there's an actual competition? Like, what if Microsoft comes... Seriously? Okay, you're supposed to be physically bulky. What are you doing? Did you just get low, like, physical defense IVs or something like that? There you go. Now you should be able to survive this. But yeah, but like, what if Microsoft comes with a creature collecting thing? And also, why didn't Temtem get hit by this? Because Temtem was pretty popular. And yet they didn't get hit by anything. But yet Palworld, because it was, when did the first Palworld trailer came out? Maybe that's when they worked on this kind of whole lawsuit thing or whatever. Like, that's when they started their plan on this kind of thing. But it's also funny though, because they didn't start this until like a few months after Palworld released. But yeah, don't worry, they sent a letter to the creator of Pokemon Uranium in like the first week of it coming out. Is a company that's close to their doorstep too much for them, that they had to wait a few months? Or do they have to find grounds because it's an actual, like, licensed game? Maybe that's why. But I find that it's such a petty thing to do. And as I said, though, like, it reminds me so much of how one of the main characters... Or the main character... because your character's the main character, but, like, the main side character kind of thing that's with your character throughout the entire game... Or not really throughout the entire game, but throughout the rest of the game kind of thing. I find that he just became like a giant crybaby by the end of it. So this is like, this is what it's reminding me of. It's reminding me of how that character reacted, like when he didn't get his way. And it's like, okay, like it's kind of funny though, because like I was gonna buy Legends EA. I was gonna get a Nintendo Switch 2. Before I started hearing about all these like changes, right? Because I was like, oh man, this game looks so cool, and I'm gonna get the Switch 2 because, you know, it's got better performance than my Switches. And I was thinking of getting the OLED one, but if this one's gonna be like the new one, or like better than the OLED, then, well, you know what, I'm gonna go get the new one, right? But no, like I'm really considering just saving my money and not getting the Pokemon game. if anything, I'm going to try and figure out if there's a way that I can play it for the channel without spending, what is it, like, I think $800, $900 or whatever it is for the Switch 2, and then an extra $100 on top of that for Legends EA. Like, I'm not going to spend $1,000 kind of thing on just one game and then just waiting on it. Like, I've just started buying all the games that I have on my Switch on PC because I just realized that my computer is way better than my Switch. And that well, I've always knew that, but like, now that I know that Steam can play with the controller, though, if I want that Nintendo Switch feel but with better performance, I'll just use the controller on the games on my PC. And I get the same level of what do you call it? I get that same controller feel, even if there's a little bit of delay because it has to do it through Bluetooth or through PC kind of thing. That's okay, because I don't mind that. I've always never liked consoles in general, though, but like with the Switch, I think for the first... Yeah, I got mine in January, I think. Did I get mine in January? No, I think